again, because last video I told you guys that I was back and I was gonna start making videos again, and the whole reason was because I was very depressed, I was down, I was in a bad spot, and then I met the gem in the world of pebbles. Pebbles. A gem in the world of pebbles. Well, it turned out to be a pebble as well. And a bad one. Again. But that's besides the fact. We're back again and we're gonna build a beautiful exhaust for the beautiful 350Z, as you saw in the rolling shots on the intro of the video. Comment down below if you like the intro of this video, because we put a lot of time in that and I think it's gonna be sick. But now it's time for an exhaust. So if you follow me, we took the old exhaust off and that was in very bad shape and rusty, and this is a low boy, as you can see. So the whole exhaust was fucked basically. So what we did, we took off the original cats.
Hey Richard, what are you doing?
I'm doing the cat bolt. Because Nissan thought it was a very good idea to put a bolt on this side of the cat, and this is the only way to reach it. And I stripped it. That's a tight bolt.
You can do it, I believe in you.
Oh. Extendo Patronum. That's stuck. So that shot you just saw of me breaking my arm and the bolt breaking loose, it wasn't the bolt breaking loose. It was the socket breaking in half. Great. I cut off the original flange for the cats. We welded V-bands on there, so it's prettier, easier, better. So the cats are back on there. I already did the V-bands because that's not very interesting. And then I also prepared this little unit. It is a very tiny resonator, muffler, whatever you want to call it, with an X-pipe. So the whole exhaust is going to be a dual exhaust, dual 2.5 inch till the diff, so that the axle back is going to be 3 inch. But the rest is 2.5, so we got the X-pipe, we got the muffler, we got the flex joints, and I made it so that the flex joints are higher than the frame rails, because it is a low boy, so you have to account for that. This one is going to sit right here. Like that, so it is nice and high, it's nicely tucked, and then I already made a big pipe. So this pipe should be able to slide in there, and then it fits up to the cat. So this is the first pipe, and then, well, the second one is going to be the exact same. So I'm just going to fab that up real quick, and then we can actually mount up the muffler situation, and then from there we can build the rest. We can go to the back, and then we got a dual Varex valved muffler system. So I think it's gonna sound sick, but we have to do a lot more welding to get there. So let's get to welding. Fucking dangerous. opinion, it was about time that a car would fall off the lift, so we're gonna try to achieve that with your car.
I don't like this.
It's not going down.
It's not heavy enough.
I don't think that this is your ride height, is it? Look at that wheel. That's not the ride height.
Hold on.
No.
Why is it not going?
This isn't my ride height.
If you're wondering why we're doing this, we have to cross over the sway bar on this side, and I wanted to know where it would land on ride height. So we thought put jacks under the, or stands under the arms, get it to ride height. But that ain't correct.
I guess not.
So this is loose now. So it should be at ride height, but it's not. Oh, because all the weight is going forward now. So this is not gonna work, it's gonna be a guess game. Alright, it is the next morning and it got kinda late last night, but the midsection is done. Yeah, it is done. I was thinking about the hangers, but the hangers are gonna be on the back section. So it is done. I'm gonna show you in a second, but today it's gonna be a race against the clock, because this car needs to be done tonight. And when I say needs to be done, there is a backup option, but it's supposed to be done tonight. So, let me show you where we are now. So at this point we got the cats connected to the, how do we call those parts? The Y pipe kind of thingy. Y pipe goes into the flex joints that are, I don't know if I can show you very well, but they are higher than the frame rails themselves, so those are never gonna scrape, because that's the most annoying thing. If these scrape, they get so pokey and very dangerous, and I don't like it. So these are up there, nicely tucked, and then we got the muffler nicely in the middle, and then we got this part. And yes, my OCD is going nuts again because they're not at the same height, but that's for a reason, because this one needs to go under the sway bar and that one needs to go over the sway bar. So that is why. And what I also did on this side, you have an exhaust hanger and that's bolted onto the subframe. So you got a little bracket with a little stubby, and then you can put the rubber on there and you have a hanger. On this side, that mounting point is empty. So what did Richard do? I built my own from stainless. So we got a nice stainless bracket that goes into the OEM mounting location, so we can bolt it on there with a nut, and then you have an extra stubby. I already marked up this little piece that goes over the sway bar. Get it in like that, get it in the V-band, and as you can see, it goes over the sway bar and also still has room with the diff mounting point, and then it goes under the axle. And on this side we can make the exact same to make it parallel, because OCD. And then when it's parallel, from there we can go to 3" and mount those big bad boys. So let's get to fabbing, let's get to welding. Fabbing, that sounds wrong. Let's get to fabricating and welding. It's better. The rest of the exhaust, and for now I'm still alone, so I can make a lot of B-roll shots of me welding and fabricating, but you've seen that so far. So we're just gonna wait until my assistant, the owner of the car, arrives, and then he can make some shots, and hopefully at that point I am quite far along. It's early, it's Saturday, it was a long day yesterday, I'm tired, okay, let me be. Let's get to welding. After a lot of blood, sweat and tears and going crazy, the exhaust is finally done. So let's lower it And let's see your reaction. And mine. I'm very curious.
Me too.
Alright, are you ready? This is valves closed.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Give it some small revs. Alright. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Gast. That sounds sick.
That sounds really nice.
Well, let's see how it looks on the road.
Wow.
So, I know we promised some rolling shots with the new exhaust, but there's one slight issue. It ain't got no trans in it. And that's because the trans is here, fully disassembled, and about to replace the reverse synchro because of that guy. So, Job made a little boo-boo and he accidentally tried to put it in reverse while going 60 on the highway instead of 6th. So now all the little teeth of the synchro on the reverse gear are flat. And now the reverse synchro can go back onto the gear. The trans can go out of reverse, so we don't have any gears left. So now let's replace the broken one with a new one. Then put the trans back in and then make some cool rolling shots. As you can see, the trans is back in its place, it's got a reverse again. So now it's time to lower the car and also replace the valve cover gaskets, because Nissan sucks. And what I mean by valve covers, we're going to replace the full valve cover, because Nissan is stupid. And over time your rings that seal the tube for your spark plug, they can start to leak, and then oil gets in the tube and your spark goes into the oil and not the spark plug. So normally you can replace those rings separately, but if you take a look over here in this beautiful valve cover, a new one, these rings are completely sealed inside the valve cover. So we cannot just replace these simple 3 rings, we're going to replace the full valve covers. And first we need to take off the full intake and everything around it to get there. What do you got there? That's some wet ass spark plug, dude.
It is wet.
That might be the reason why we're changing the valve covers. Because literally those 3 were already loose. You didn't even need a ratchet to get the spark plugs out. They were loose, just hand loose.
And they are
And wet.
They are all this wet. It's not good.
Damn! We do the weirdest things when you're on the phone, dude.
Oh shit.
This is such a meme. When you're on the phone, you do the weirdest shit.
Facts.
How did you end up there? I'm just doing my thing over here and I just hear that jack going. You're doing actually a pretty good job.
Didn't need to say that.
Ooh, shiny.
Alright, the Z is finally done. The transmission is rebuilt. We did the valve cover gaskets. We did new spark plugs, new transmission oil. We did the engine oil a little while back. So it's very fresh, it's good. We also repaired the bumper. So now let's get it off the lift and let's see if that transmission works and how that exhaust sounds. Now you're probably wondering what the best way is to test your gearbox that you just rebuilt and is just freshly new. Let me show you. I think it's safe to say that gearbox is good. So that's it for the 350Z. It drives good, it looks good, and it sounds very good. So I hope you liked it, I hope you enjoyed, and if you haven't already, subscribe down below, drop a like if you're down there, and I'll see you guys at the next one.